Okay, so good morning, girls. This is teacher Noelia Araya from Superior de Señorita High School. Today I will talk to you a little bit of literature. That is the topic that we will cover during these days. This is for 10th graders and it covers the second unit, the scenario. The stories come in all shapes and sizes. Las historias vienen en todas las formas y tamaños. Okay, first of all, it is important to clarify what is the meaning of literature. The 11th edition of Merriam-Webster Collegiate Dictionary considers literature to be writings having excellence of form or expression and expressing ideas of permanent or universal interest. In other words, literature is a group of works of art made up of words. Es un grupo de trabajos de arte hechos de palabras. Most are written, but some of them are passed in a talking way. So most of them are written, but there are some of them that are passing by in an oral way. We have 4 different genres: drama, fiction, non-fiction, and poetry. I'm gonna start explaining you some characteristics of drama. It says that there are performances or written dialogues, either prose or poetry. Presentación de diálogos escritos. Pueden ser en prosa o en poesía. Dramas can be performed on a stage, on a film like a movie, or the radio. Dramas are typically called plays. For example, I can say that I will go to the theater to see a play, and this is an excellent example about a drama performance. Okay, we have other literature genre that is fiction. Sometimes we can talk with our friends and say, I love science fiction, or the other person can say, oh no, I hate science fiction because it is something really unreal. So fiction, it means literature in the form of prose, especially novels that describe imaginary events and people. There are characters. Characters are people who play a role. Personajes. Setting and plot are created from imagination. Son creadas de la imaginación. Case setting is the place and time of the novel. We can see the picture. It says fiction literature, novel, fantasy, science. The third literature genre is non-fiction. Non-fiction says the subjects of non-fiction are real and not imagined or made up. Describes real or true life experiences, experiencias reales, verdaderas de vida. Setting, time and place in which the events occur. We have an example there, the diary of Anne Frank, in which she describes real life situations that happened to her. Diaries, daily account of experience, principles of non-fiction literature. The fourth one is poetry. So poetry is other literature genre. It says that in poetry, figures of speech or figurative language are ways of describing or explaining things in a non-literal or non-traditional way. Like the simile, you can say, my mother is like a butterfly because she's always free. This descriptive imagery like a sight, smell, or taste, punctuation and format, sound and tone. Of course, it's not the same to read a poem or a story, but why? That is the explanation. Because it has a different tone, different sound, and the figures of speech that create a difference. Also, another characteristic is the stanzas and lines that we discussed last week. Okay, ladies, this is everything about literature.